Hey everyone, back again with another review, this time moving away from swords, and we are going to have a look at this here Gorget. Before we do that, formalities out of the way real quick. The structure is going to be the usual, that means I'll have my say first about the piece that we are looking at. Then there will be some pictures, no stats really today, there isn't that much to look at I think. And then just some short clips showing my mobility with and without the Gorget in my jacket. As per usual, we'll have links, timestamps in the description, so that should you want to jump around, you can. Okay, so Gorget, one of, as far as we are concerned, the essential pieces of kit. If you don't wear one, in our club at least, you're not fencing. So in the past I've just been wearing the PBT. I was quite happy with it, would have probably kept wearing it, but the thing is, my jacket has the Spec 3D mesh inlay and the PBT Gorget has a Velcro strap, and the Velcro and the 3D mesh, they don't really mix as well. Just the Velcro hooks just really tear the inlay out. So I started looking around for what else we would have on the market, and doing that I stumbled across this Arcem light Gorget. Ordering process relatively unspectacular. We ordered those through Black Armoury, paid with my own money. They weren't aware that there was going to be a review. We ordered them in late September last year. We got them in early December. It took a while simply because one of the items in the order just wasn't available, and after a while we just basically, I asked them, you know, could we switch it to one that is in stock? We could, and that's when we got the order. Everything was fine. Since December I've been wearing this, and this has just been the Gorget, i.e. if you have seen one of the sparring clips posted since December last year, then that is what I've been wearing. Now, for the general make of it, this is just hard plastic, some plates that are fastened by straps here, just tied together really, and an inlay that is attached to the inside via a Velcro strap and some screws here at the end. So really quite simple construction, very lightweight. One thing I immediately like about it is that this means that should one of the straps just loosen over time, or I don't know, tear out something, you can just replace it. Same for the inlay really, just get another piece, cut it to shape, put some Velcro at the end of it, screw it in, done. Really nice, I think. As I said, very lightweight, feels sturdy enough, good and solid in that regard. So as far as measurements go, it's 40-ish centimeters on the inside. When I measure my neck, it's 39, so I'm quite lucky in that regard because it really just fits me quite well. Mobility-wise, there is some restriction, of course, because the plates just connect to your sternum. But overall, it's really one of those pieces, just if you've worn it for a time, you kind of forget that it is there, really. The fact that it doesn't have Velcro also means that it behaves better with my jacket. So with that all in mind, I have to say that I'm really quite happy with this piece. One thing I noticed in using it, compared to the PBT at least, is that this is of course comparatively light when it comes to padding. This inlay here I think is really just for absorbing sweat, making it a bit more comfortable in that regard, so nothing scratches or anything on your skin, but it doesn't really pad any cuts. So compared to the PBT, cuts do arrive a bit harder. Not to a degree where I would say I feel less secure, just that you notice them more. That being said, of course, the good thing about the construction is, and it is something that I'm considering doing, you can just take some other material, cut it to shape, put Velcro on it, and then just put it in the inside, and then you would have a bit more padding. It depends, of course, if you actually have the space to do it, given your neck, really. Though I believe this material can actually be deformed a bit if heated up, so it is something to consider. I'm not quite sure if I will do it, because while the cuts do arrive harder, it didn't really feel bad enough to make it strictly speaking necessary, so I'm not entirely sure. If I do change it up, I'll just put it into the description. In the lineup that they have, this is the light one. There is a mini Gorget, which is just basically a front plastic plate and then a strap. That was a bit too light for me, really. There is a heavy one, which consists of a second row here at the neck, and that you can also get with a back plate, and I think it goes down a bit further to the front. That one was a bit overkill. This one really, overkill for what I do generally. So that one really strikes the perfect balance. I'm really quite happy with it. I'll keep using it. It's a good price. It's a recommendation from my regard. If you're looking for a Gorget, especially one that mixes well with 3D mesh type of inlay, the Arcem light one, something to look at, really. Cheers.